Hello and Assalamu Alaikum. Welcome back to another episode of DSG Talks. I'm Aman Faz Khan and I welcome you all to another episode of DSG Talks. So as promised, today we have a very interesting topic on board, that is advancement in the technology sector. And I have a very special guest with me. So I have with myself Miss Grace from Canadian Solar, and she's the Director of Sales for Canadian Solar. And it's always a pleasure to have Grace in Pakistan. So this time we're going to talk about all the technological investments that have been there, that are coming along. And I hope that this will be an informative session for those who watch. So first of all, thank you for being here, Grace. How are you?
Thank you, Aman. Thank you for inviting me for this DSG talk. It's really a pleasure to meet you here again.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
It's lovely. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a year. I remember last time.
Yes.
Almost November, December.
Yes,
yeah.
It almost a year back.
A year back. Yes. It's it's very happy to back again. And hello everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Oh, that's sweet. So, Grace, as you said that it's been a year since we did the last talk, and it was an interesting one. We talked about all that Canadian Solar has there, how it has been involved in many of our projects, how the new advancements are coming in.
Yeah.
So overall, how do you think that the solar energy landscape is changing over time?
Technology has been changed consistently. Based on the history, back to 80 years ago, surprisingly, the module sales is only produced 2%, and until now today, the module cell efficiency can reach about 23, even 24%.
Yeah.
So it is a significant change. Solar cell technologies has been changed quite fast. So as we know, back to 4-5 years ago, it was P-type modules. Then since last year, the N-type came into the market.
Yeah.
And right now we are pretty much focused on N-type bifacial, because that gives 30 years product warranty, and also the much higher module efficiency as compared to the mono FERC. And moving forward, Canadian Solar will be focused on N-type. Of course, we are also having some new technologies coming. For example, HJT. Right now, I believe markets already heard some news about HJT panels. So basically, the principle for solar panels is to having a higher and higher module efficiency.
Yeah.
So every significant move, for the cells, for technology will take some years, I would say. So even though right now Canadian Solar also have HJT modules, but right now we are only focused on Europe markets. Because we believe HJT is a new product and it's new technology. It requires certain time to do the testing, go through all the IEC international standards testings, all this.
Great to know that there's so many advancements coming in, and Canadian is also working on that. So one thing that we always talk about, even in Pakistan, and when I talk to people, that one reason being people not opting is the price. It's on a higher end product. So what is the Canadian Solar doing to make it available to wider audience? What it's doing in terms of efficiency? Can you tell a little about the future projects that are coming in?
You mean the future projects?
Yeah.
Okay, the future projects, I would say pretty much will be focused on CNI and utility. As for Canadian Solar, we covers a very wide product range. So not only on residential, commercial industries, and also utility, and even including the floating solar.
Yeah.
So right now, we have many projects happens outside of China for the floating projects, and recently we do have some projects like happen in Europe, in China, in Indonesia. So we are in so it's quite large floating projects. So talking about the efficiency, mostly the solar panel projects will be happening for the bifacial double glass. So moving forward, our technology will be focused on the 210 cell, which is the large panel, mainly for utility projects, because we believe that rooftop projects has been happened during the last 5 years, and moving forward, we can see more and more large solar farms coming. Right now, even though in Middle East, in China, there are a lot of huge solar projects coming with the large 210 cells panels. The reason because 210 cells, the panel size is large. Eventually, it will save the labor costs, installation costs, engineering costs, so it gives a better LCOE.
Yeah, great. So good to know. I hope that better times, better technology is coming in, advancing the solar energy, promoting green energy in areas like Pakistan and many more other regions.
Yes.
So talking about our relationship, we have done a number of projects with Canadian Solar. So how has the experience been, if you can talk about any of our recent projects together?
Right. DSG Global has been working with us for so many years, and I was really impressive and feel proud of you because I remember when I first came to Pakistan 2019. Then DSG is starting, but recently I could see so many projects happen across the country, and especially some very important industry projects like the famous project with Sapphire, with Nisa Groups, and Magna Groups, Mahmood, and few more like Pakistan juice factories, and I remember
DSG factory.
Yeah. So I think over the years, your guys has done maybe around 100 megawatts projects in Pakistan, or we're talking about this year, 2023.
Yeah.
I think maybe 70-80% was done by Canadian.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure working with the technology partners who give us the best of the technology so that we can deliver the best to our customers. So talking about the overall landscape, so we are working in Pakistan, you're providing to many companies, you're working with us. So where do you see renewable energy, especially solar energy, going in Pakistan in, let's say, coming 5 years?
Okay, we all know in the past, Pakistan is heavily rely on the traditional energy resources, right? Like gas, like petrol, or this. But moving forward, I think since last year, moving onwards, and last year, if I'm not wrong, based on the import data, last year's around 2.5 gigawatts market share, and this year, surprisingly, first half years already achieved 2 gigawatts plus. So I think by end of this year, Pakistan total installation capacity will reach about 4 gigawatts, right? So this is a very positive number. That means Pakistan is now really coming towards the green energy, which is good for the environment and health environment people. Yeah, so I can see especially nowadays some new technologies coming and newcomers coming, and everyone is doing their part to contribute to make the country more green, towards to this green energy. Yeah. So it's really excellent.
We're looking forward to a greener future, let's say.
Precisely. Yeah, we're on the way.
I get asked this question so much that does the technology really matter in terms? So I believe that technology hugely matters. The kind of inverters you choose, the kind of panels that you choose. So how important do you think is to choose the right EPC company, and how have we found DSG Energy to be suitable for that?
Right. Yes. Choosing a right partner is very important. As we can see in the markets, there are so many EPCs company in the previous years, but after several years later, then we can see those only the good one, who really outstanding emerge from the markets, and DSG is one of it. And I'm very happy to see actually DSG in Punjab in the north region. I think you are the best, maybe.
Yeah, I know. I'd say that.
Yes, and I've seen so many projects being done by DSG. I think sometimes it's the people who tells who you are, how you are, and through the projects you have done, through the work you have delivered. Right? So it is. It's nothing about advertisement. It's really about the, word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, it's very important. So I believe DSG has done so many projects in all the textiles, all the and custom
rice mills,
yeah,
FMCGs. There's just every sector we've tapped in.
Exactly. So every projects you have done and deliver the good results, and I've heard that some projects even deliver more than you committed.
Yeah.
Right? So that really makes a customer happy. So at the end of the day, so if your results, your performance is delivered more than their expectation, then that's word of mouth starts. Then that's the excellent works.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the kind words. So lastly, I'll just ask a question on a general note that you've been in Lahore and you can see the smog that we have. So it's quite evident that we are affecting the environment a lot, and together we are working towards a cause that is that if you opt for green energy and we let go of the fossil fuels, we can greatly help the environment in healing. So what do you have to say on that how solar energy is helping the environment consequently?
Right. Yes, you're right. Actually, these days I was in Lahore for about 3 weeks, and I can feel the smoke is really heavily affected. Yes. So even the first day I came here, the government had the 4 days smart lockdown due to the weather conditions. So I would say safety concern, the environment has become a major concern for the people, for the government even. So I can see nowadays government promoting solars, like people import solar panel from China. There's no tax, which is a very positive signs from the government side. And I think moving forward, more and more solar panels will be installed in the rooftops and factories. I think mostly factories are the industry.
They're emitting most of the
exactly. So then I think now it's happy to see that more and more industry owners are come to green energy, which doing a great contribution to the country, to the next generation.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree, because we have seen times in Pakistan when major players, especially the industries, were reluctant to go towards solar energy, but now everybody is going towards it, and I'm happy to see that people are finally caring about the environment, and I hope that it soon will be healed, and especially we Lahoris will be breathing in a better air. So thank you so much for being here, Grace. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And I hope that the positive relationship that we have with Canadian Solar continues in the coming years as well.
Definitely. I believe we are working with the right partner is very important, and we are glad, DSG is our one of the most reliable business partner in Pakistan and contributes in this country for the green energy development. I think right now it's really a good time for people to consider solar, because right now the price has dropped sharply since last 2 quarters in May. In May, the price was really high. Now it's reduced about 60-70%. So I would say right now it's really a good time for people to consider solar as an alternative energy solution. As we know from Bloomberg, there's over 50 companies, solar companies now in the market. But one thing I'd like to say that Canadian Solar is one of the most, with the longest history, most reliable brand in the market, because we came into the Pakistan market in 2011. So year to date is already 12 years, and we have delivered multiple thousands projects in Pakistan. It covers residential, CNI, and ground mounting, also PPA projects with Canadian solar panels. So I would say coming to choosing solar brands, so I would say brands is very important. The brand value is very important, because if a company exists in the market for 22 years, that means the reputations, is
we build it over time because of their credibility.
Exactly, the credibility is there. So I would suggest, the audience, people, when consider solar panels, you can consider Canadian Solar or the top tier 1 brands, which is gives the guarantee for 25 years, 30 years product warranty, and especially working with DSG, those reliable EPC partners. So it gives you the guarantee for your projects, and to make sure your investment return is secured.
I hope that it was an informative session for the people watching, and thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you, Aman.
For the people watching, first of all, it's a high time for Pakistan to switch to solar energy, and we are glad to bring the best of the solar solutions with technology partners like Canadian Solar. So stay tuned for more exciting episodes of DSG Talks. We'll be back very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.